What's up guys, it's your boy Scion and I'm back covering Marvel Heroes, and this week we have Vision that's out for the Age of Ultron, and I'm actually wearing his suit. Now his normal suit is this one, as you can see there, which doesn't look that bad, but I like the Age of Ultron one. See, like that just looks awesome. Or Vision of Age of Ultron, the movie one, but you know, this looks pretty cool. So Vision's a pretty interesting character. See here, you can AI hack. As you can see, I have me a pet Sentinel, and most of the AI hacks that you have in for a Vision don't really do a lot of damage. You really have to spend a lot of points. You have to spend an AI hack, you have to spend an overclocking, and it's up to you if you really want to spend that much. Here's the thing, do you want a tanky, like, you know, a robot thing going out there and pulling all the aggro? Do you really feel that you need that? It depends, because Vision really doesn't have a lot of defense. Matter of fact, Vision doesn't have defense. He doesn't really have anything defensive at all. He doesn't even have a passive defense. He has, you know, healing nanites, which, you know, that this really isn't all that much to begin with. And it is, the active effect is kind of like another med kit that you can throw out on top of your own, but he really doesn't have any defense. So it might be in your best interest to do this if you're into playing by yourself, and if you're just a Vision fan and you want to do that. But me personally, man, I ain't got time for that. I want to kill stuff and I want to have fun. So this is what I did, leveling up. I went majority solar power and beams, and then I made a second bar, which I'll show you right here. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna hit the hotkey. I made it. This is the first bar, which is beams right here and everything, just having some good old fun. And the second bar is melee, you know, high density punch, which if you combine high density punch with power of the sun, it's pretty good. Matter of fact, it's pretty awesome, to be honest with you. You do some nice melee damage with some AoE on top of the melee damage. Then you can throw out the hammer punch, and the hammer punch does a really good strike. It's always a brutal strike, and if you level that up, it does some good damage. I did some retconning and just messed around with these, you know, here and there, and they were pretty good. So yeah, I'm definitely giving you the heads up on that one. Now, if you want to use your Android section, which most people don't, and you're going to see on the forums nobody likes it, and I was talking to a few people in game and nobody likes it. It just doesn't do enough damage. If for whatever reason you want to go with having some type of bot with you, I would go with Sentinel. He has the most usefulness out of everything that you can capture. He has the stomp, that's like an AoE knockback. He has the freeze, which stuns and freezes stuff. And he has missiles, which do pretty good damage when he's overclocked. When he's normal, he doesn't really do anything except stand there and just kind of like get people's attention while you run around. But he's still pretty good. He has that heat beam that shoots fire onto the ground and puts damage over time. So if you can juggle your overclocking, which I don't know why I just decided to even do that. If you can if you could juggle this without blowing him up, because when you hit it again, he does that, and just, yeah, which is just bad news all the way around. So you don't want to do that. That kind of sucks, especially if you just want him out there to do some type of DPS. So if you can do that and not blow him up, then you're good to go. Now, as you can see, he came back, because after 15 seconds, they come right back good as new. And then you can just, do that again and then just blow him up again, because him blowing up like that does an AoE effect. So we're gonna go out and I'm gonna do some damage on some stuff and have some fun, and just show you how I use these two bars on this character, because he's an interesting character. I just think he's kind of like stuck in between. I don't know exactly what they were going for with this character, but he may need a little bit of a buff just to figure out what we can do with him properly. It's not hard, and he's very straightforward, but it's just like, like, what do you do? Like, are we gonna have any type of fun? So you see I have basically this come out, which is my solo boat. This is my spam attack. And I have this, which is just awesome. I just love the damage that this does like that. Like that just does nice damage. So see, that's why Sentinel is here. Do that, Sentinel. Like, I wish he does it all the time. But see, that's why he's useful. Just for that alone, if something's around you, because Vision doesn't have any defense. So that alone gives Vision at least a little bit of a breather, just in case something happens pretty bad. So I have 10-ton torpedo, which I just run out and do that, which I always put that on the S if you watch my past videos. I have high density slam, which if it's a bunch of enemies I do automatically because it makes all of them take, do 10% less damage. So I'll just run in here and do that and smack everything. So if they're still alive, I won't take much damage. And then I have my signature skill, which is always awesome, which we do that, and it has such range. It does so much damage to everything, and it hits like the entire screen, even off the screen. So I love that. So then you also have Surface of the Sun, which I can just throw out, fire and just like make it burn everywhere. It's a lot of solar power to actually do that, but it's pretty awesome. As you can see there, it does a lot of damage to everything around me. And then I have Overclock, which is just basically for my, for my dude right here, just for him to go out and do that. And I already showed you the solar flare. So we're gonna go into actually doing the melee. So let me hit my 3. And the melee, I just have the punch, the 10-ton punch, not the 10-ton punch, the high density punch, which I just bam. And because I have Power of the Sun toggled on every time I punch, I'm beating stuff up. Like you see everything taking AoE damage, that's nice. But it also takes solar power, so be cautious of that you can't just do this indefinitely. I'm assuming if you have a good enough build that has some regen, like spirit regen, so your regen solar power, that's good, then you'll be alright. Now what you also see is when you run through things like this, you hit stuff, which is just awesome. Look at that, I'm not even punching. It's just pretty interesting that you can just run through guys, and that's a lot of damage. Actually, I am losing solar power for that, so you just can't always do it indefinitely. As you see, I got stunned right there, so they stopped me. But it's pretty interesting. Say you're just tired, you don't want to spam no more, you can just do this. Man, I don't even want to attack no more, I'm tired, I've been leveling all day, I'm just trying to get to 60, my head hurts, let me just hit this S button and just run through stuff. You can do that. So speaking of S, you see I have the run on the S, which as you can see there, heavy sprint. And now I have Tri-Beam, which is kind of like your solo DPS, just bash stuff out like that. So that's good for probably like bosses and stuff, but it is very costly solar flare wise, so definitely, watch it with that. Then Power of Sun again on the F for toggle. This is the AI hack, which basically allows me to pick a new target that I want to AI hack. So I'm keeping Sentinel because it's useful. The only problem with Sentinel is, as you can see, sometimes he gets lost. Like he starts fighting stuff and he gets stuck in geometry and he stays there. And so I head back up there. Out the way. I head back up there and you'll see he should appear. There he is. Now that's obviously a bug or something. Maybe Sentinels aren't supposed to be in that area because he does it in Industrial City too. And he does it on certain maps where he'll just get stuck in certain areas and just doesn't follow you. So that's kind of a negative and all that. If that's the case and you just don't like that, you can use the Ultron pet, like one of the Ultron mobs. But the actual best DPS wise that I found that's most useful is the Spider Slayers, because they are like, they stick to glue on targets. They whoop so much ass, it's not even funny. So if you definitely want something that's going to be there to do something with DPS, get a spider pet, because they're awesome. They just, whatever they're attacking, they stick to them, which is funny, but they really do. They'll use their little web to go after them. They'll protect you, and like they're pretty good pets. So definitely think about that. The other ones are good too. Those yellow pets that these guys have that come now. Like you see, I'm just showing you again. I'm running through them and just owning. Look at my EXP bar. Like, this is just awesome. So I'm gonna wrap this up soon though. So last thing I'm gonna touch on is terminal velocity, which is his special, his ultimate. So let's find something worthy of bringing the pain down. No, that's not worthy. I need a whole bunch of enemies. Is this worthy? All right, this is worthy. Let's bring down the pain. Now that is pain. That is awesome. That's how you hit level 55 right there and end the video. So I thank you guys for watching. I do this every week and try to pick up every character that comes out into the game and level the characters and show people just how the game is and how good the game is. It's not about me just showing any types of guides. So If you're looking for guides on characters, I'm not making guides on characters. Maybe when I finish all the characters that are in the game and did a video for every character, and then I'll go back and talk about my favorite and make, you know, like in-game builds or raids and stuff like that, because I do have them, but that's not what I'm doing right now. So other than that, you guys be legendary, and I will catch you next video. Also, if you are looking for in-game stuff, all you really gotta do is type in that. Thank you for watching the latest video on the channel. If you enjoyed what you've seen here, please like, share, and subscribe. You can also click the bottom left there and follow the latest MMO show. You guys be legendary, and I will see you next video. Peace.